Hello, my name is Dawn and I go by Busymomstitcher. I hope everyone's having a good night. If you're hopping on, say hello. Tell me what you're stitching on tonight. Tonight I will be stitching on this. It's called Princess. I don't know who the artist is. I purchased this cross stitch on Etsy. Being able to build an app with your name on it just by thinking. Turn that down. Sorry. On Etsy. I am doing it on this is on a 20 count gridded Aida, and I'm doing 1/1. Um, so yeah, so this is what it'll look like when it's complete. And I'm just kind of up in the left-hand corner tonight. So let me minimize some things and we'll get started. Okay, there we go. So far on this piece, I have actually completed only 3,700, and the total of stitches is actually 689,310. So I'm not very far on this, and I have started a little bit today. We're going to be working in these 4 blocks right here. These 3 blocks are actually my 300 that I need to get in for today. But I did start it at lunchtime because I got my other 200 stitches done for the day. So I'm going to start here today. If we still have time, maybe I'll move over to another block. This is going to be a lot of block stitching tonight. And that's what a lot of my stuff is actually right now, is block stitching. So, and this is how much, yeah, I really not really have a lot. So let me blow this up a little bit, my saga, so I can see. And I need to move it actually. Not where I didn't want to put it here where I have it on this table, actually. So hold on, I'm going to rearrange something, so I might bump you guys. Okay, that's a little better. Let's say hello to everyone. Hello. Hello, Clara. How are you? Hello, Melon. Haven't seen you in a while. How are you? That's a beautiful pattern. Yeah, this is a pretty pattern. It's one of my it's one of my larger ones. I don't know why. I'm not touching my table and it's shaking. I think this table shakes. I'm literally not touching it and it's shaking. So sorry. Yeah. So let's just get started. If you're hopping on, tell me what you're working on tonight. And what anything exciting happened this weekend? So the first number we're going to work on is going to be 792. I also did a pin of my Buy Me a Coffee if you like to tribute. You don't have to. I just thought I'd put that there. If it's also in the description. But okay, now I'm getting an update on my computer. Hold on a second. Okay. Melon says I'm working on a dimension kit called Frederick the Literate, doing the back stitching. Oh, that sounds like fun. I don't really care for back stitching. I try to stick with, well, my non-full coverage has more back stitching, but I tried to stitch without it, so. Alrighty. So let's move on. Let's go down here. What did you guys have for dinner tonight? I made round steak with some mashed potatoes, and we had some broccoli with dinner tonight. I actually put my round steak in my Instapot so there it's a little bit tender, and then I put usually I do gravy, but we didn't have gravy in the house tonight, so I did broth, beef broth. I haven't seen you guys since last Tuesday. So my daughter started back at work on last Thursday, so I am now taking her to work every morning. And so I get up a little bit, not too much early, maybe 10 more minutes earlier to try to get in some stitching in the morning. But this week I think I've been getting up at 4 in the morning for no reason. Well, no, this morning was 3. So I don't really have like I've been changing up how where I go in my on my cross stitch. So I used to do a diagonal, um, but then I have found out that if I do like 3 blocks in Saga, you can do it by blocks. Like I have this highlighted, and so I kind of like 3 blocks because I can do like a mini cross country, and I can get more stitches in. When I was doing block by block, it felt like it actually is taking me longer than it should. So I went to 3 blocks. And so now, like this one, I think I'm going to do by page. So right now, this is a page right here. I think it goes down to this line. Saga doesn't do pages, so I'm kind of guessing. I'm looking at the paper pattern and then and then putting my boxes where I want them to go. And the reason why I do the boxes is because it counts after I'm done with my park threads. I then use Saga and it'll tell me my next number. So this one I'm done with in these boxes. So I'm gonna take it off, and then so the next number it's going by the DMC number. So this next number is 3837. So it goes by the next number that's in the highlighted boxes, right, per se. Melon says, I've been stitching through different methods too. I've been doing mini to max typewriter lately. Yeah, this one is the DMC number. So I like that better because then it kind of flows with my thread needle board, and how my um, DMC is, in its containers. So one day I might have a princess on this. Just one day. I'm getting kind of close to a I think she's the mother of I don't know. She's a fairy she's one of the fairies, so she's coming up close. So, if you haven't seen my latest updated video that I posted on Sunday, um, you might want to go check that out. I actually am doing a giveaway over there on that video for the chances to win some gift cards. So, if you haven't yet, go check that out. The reason why I did a giveaway is because just recently, the week before, I reached 2,500 subscribers, which I'm very grateful and thankful. Sometimes when you start your channels, you never think that you'll have anyone watching you. Um, and so it's very shocking when you get up that high of a number, and it keeps growing every day. So I'm just very thankful for it. Um, So yeah, so thanks if you're watching. Laura, hi Laura. Laura sent finger hearts for 300. Thank you for the jewels, Laura. I appreciate it. How are you tonight, Laura? And what are we stitching? I'm not sure how jewels work. Jewels work if anyone wants to know. I keep reading about them, but I'm not really sure how they work. So Laura, if you want to explain, maybe I don't know. I know there's a button that you guys can press, Jules. I don't know if it's something that's like a sticker or if it's you give like a little bit of money. This is all going to be purple tonight, I think. Nothing real exciting. Laura says, hi, Don. Congrats on 2,500 subscribers. Thank you, Laura. And Melon says, that's so nice of you, Don. I hope the more and more people come and hang out with you on your stream. Excuse me. Thank you, Melon. Yeah, I hope so too. There's probably we probably have lurkers, which is perfectly fine because sometimes I just lurk and it's mostly because I'm busy and I'm just listening, which is fine. Totally get it. I mean, and now everyone's kids are probably back in school, and this is a great time that everyone's probably getting their kids in there, kids ready. I'm actually thinking about maybe doing from 6:30 Central Time to 8:30 because I'm actually getting done with dinner in time. No, I'll say that and then we won't get dinner done. But dinner time is getting done earlier, and then I'm clean up and everything is getting done earlier. So sometimes I'm just sitting here waiting for 7 o'clock to come around to get started. So I might change it up to 6:30 Central Time. So, and if I do that, it'll start on this Thursday for my stitch along. Hopefully nothing comes up. So it was a very busy weekend for me this weekend. So right where I live, it's our state fair, and it goes from last Thursday to this coming up Sunday. And so we had tickets to go, Friday night, we had tickets to go see um, Bailey Zimmerman. He's a country singer. He put on a great show. That was my first time seeing him. I took my daughter, my son, and his girlfriend. That was our first time really, my son going to a concert with me. Most of the time it's just me and my daughter that go to the concerts. Um, But yeah, my son went and it was exciting. It was fun. My legs were hurting and my back was hurting because we had track tickets. So track tickets, if no one's familiar with it, is track tickets are just where you actually stand the whole time and listen to the music. And but you can buy seats if you want. But we like to stand and be kind of closer to the stage, so that's what we do. But I have found out that now that I'm getting older, I don't think I can do that anymore. So we went to see him, Bailey Zimmerman, on Friday night, and it was a long night. And then on Saturday, me and my daughter went back to the fair, and we saw Lainey Wilson. She's a country singer, and she was packed. I mean, like so packed that it felt like everyone was on top of you. That's the other thing about the track. People are on top of you. So, yeah, it was packed. It started to rain. Um, it was hard to find a parking spot that night. So my mom doesn't live too far from the fairgrounds, so we parked at her house. So when we left the concert, we had to walk back to her house. And so my back and my legs were killing me. So my legs have not been very good lately. Like Monday I wasn't feeling good. Yes, today's not been too bad. And I can't tell you what's wrong with my legs because I don't they won't no one knows. No one can figure it out what's wrong with my legs. They just ache a lot. And sometimes I'm very uncomfortable. And then on top of that I have um plantar I won't say it right now, plantoritis on my feet. And so that even was worse. I got it controlled and now it's not controlled anymore because I went and stood on hard ground all night long. That probably doesn't help much. Hi, Suki. How are you tonight? This is just a lot of purples. We're just kind of up in this bubble thing. Then on Saturday, what else did we do? Oh, I think I got some of my burp cloths done. I need to still work. Gonna start working on some bags now. I definitely need to get some bags out. How much products do you need for a show? It seems like a lot of work. It really just I guess it just depends on what you want to sell. I mean, you don't have. I mean, you can make 5 products, I guess, and just sit there, but you do pay for like I pay for my booth and that. So they charge you for your booth. So like last year when I did it, I had Burt Claws, I had project bags because I thought maybe project bags I would sell because it's not something you would probably see at a craft show because a lot of people don't know what they are. And I thought maybe I'd do really well with them, but I didn't. Um, I sold one, only one last year, and I probably had about 20 of them. So them, I'm still taking them, but they're not my popular thing. My burp claws were the popular. And since I actually have two shows, so I have two shows back to back. So one show is a Saturday and Sunday show, and the other show is a Saturday. So I'm actually doubling my inventory a little bit because of that. Because I won't have time to like redo anything for both shows. But burp claws are my biggest seller at these craft shows. They're not on my Etsy shop, but I do sell them on my Etsy. I I don't know, when my craft show last year, that was my big seller. And then this year I'm going to do some knitting bags, and then I also made these they're kind of they're like covers for your books. So I'm going to see if them sell. I'm just trying some different products to see what'll sell and what will not. So I really don't have like a amount. So right now I think I have, well, I do have a lot of burp claws because I also am doing, last year I didn't have embroidery on my burp claws. And this year I put some embroidery, like sayings on it. So like one of them is a cow and it says Moolicious. um, and then like another one says little man. And then I did some girl sayings. So, okay, so this next one is 155. So I'm hoping them sell out. We'll see. Hi, Tracy. But a show can be a lot of work. So here's the other thing. You can make it a lot of work at the last minute like I do. I'm kind of been stalling on making things and I'm kind of having to do it at the last minute. But in reality, I should be keeping up with it all year long, but this year I didn't start off very well. So that's why I'm kind of like been really trying to get stuff. And I've been kind of slacking on my Etsy, and that's not what I want to do. I really want my Etsy to, I don't want my Etsy to slack. So, and a lot of it was because I was just always thinking I needed to get my cross stitching done, and that's the only thing that needs done. Well, kind of have to pay bills. So, so I've decided that I need to get my Etsy going. So, I try not to, if I can't get the 300 on my stitches, that so be it. I don't get it. Like last night, I got my 200 in and I got another 200, but that's it. Sometimes I try to get 200 and 300, but it's not always happening. And I don't get down on myself. Before I would get like, not get down so much, but like, I'd be like, oh, I just wanted to get all that done and I couldn't. And so now, if it just doesn't get done, it doesn't get done. So I was supposed to do like Spring Cafe 2. No, I'm sorry, Spring Calf 2. It's a Stitch Is So Beautiful pattern on Sunday, and I didn't even get to it again. So I just put it back away, and it's contained like with all the other projects I have. And because yeah, on Sunday I literally sewed all day, and I finished up the burnt cloths. And then the time I got done, I just sat in my chair and I was like, oh, I just want to watch TV. Melon asked if you were stitching anything, Tracy, today. But I do enjoy my craft shows. Like that is one thing when I'm not little, but like kid. My mom would take us to these, well, my neighbors would take us to these craft shows. We would go together and I always thought one day I'm going to do that. I'm going to make things and I'm going to sell it. Well, that never happened. And I think what really started me making things wasn't It actually was because I started working at Joann's. So if I never started at Joann's, I probably wouldn't be cross stitching, and I probably wouldn't be um, have sewing machines or any of that stuff. Joann's is what actually got me fired up, and actually it didn't start with cross stitch. It actually started with I got a sewing machine and I wanted to learn how to quilt. Well, then I realized quilting is a lot of work. It's a lot of cutting, a lot of measuring, but I do love it. I just wish I could quilt my pieces and not have take it somewhere to quilt it. So that's what I'm going to start learning after the show. I have a couple pieces that I didn't finish that aren't quilted, and I'm going to try doing it on my machines that I have. So I have my mom gave me her machine, and it has the bells and whistles on it, and it can quilt um, my quilting pieces that I have. I have pieces that are done, just not quilted and put together. So after this show, I'm gonna stay focused on my Etsy shop and then do odds and ends. I have some Christmas gifts that I need to make. My niece requested she requested uh some Barbie things for her daughter, like a Barbie blanket and that. She asked me if I would make stuff like that for her for Christmas, so that's what I'm gonna do for her. Tracy's crafting Crafty Cat. Is that what you're stitching, Tracy? Would you make tote bags? So I have I tried a tote bag? I've watched videos on tote bags, but I don't think I've ever made one. It's kind of hard to say because where I live. So where I live, I wouldn't say we're poor or whatever. I don't know. I don't even think I would say that. I don't know. I think people would buy tote bags, but I always think to make them, and then they'd be like, then I could be going to Aldi's and using them, and then people might maybe say, "Oh, where'd you get that bag?" And then I could say, "Oh, here's my card. You can." Maybe I should do that. This next number is 208. I'm telling you, it's just going to be a purple night because we're on purple again. I mean, it takes all these numbers to make this. I think this is a bubble. I am gonna I know someone asked and I can't remember who it was, but they asked on my one of my videos if I would make some grind guards that are solid colors. So I am going that's on my list too. I don't know if I'll take them to the crafts fair, but that is something I think I'm gonna try to put in my shop. I have some other things that I kind of want to do that are like more like decorations and that, but that you can do in your embroidery machine, and then it's kind of like in the hoop if anyone does embroidery. If I could retire tomorrow from my main job right now, I would. And I would just sew the rest. I would just sew every day. Actually, if I had the money, I would open my own little quilt store or my own little Joanne store. But that's not going to happen ever. Born Again Stitcher, hello, how are you tonight? What are you stitching on? Melon says, I saw someone that makes adjustable grind guards, but they are in Australia. Oh, I don't. So I just been watching a video on how just to make them. I don't know about adjustable. I was just gonna make a certain size, like for a Q snap or. Actually, I don't do. I don't even. Is there very many sellers that do sell grind guards? Maybe I just need to get into grind guards. Tracy said adjustable grind guards would be awesome sauce, like the ones for big frame. The hard part about me doing a frame one would be I don't really have a frame, so I couldn't. Someone would have to give me measurements, and I wouldn't even know if it would fit on anything until you bought it or someone tested it. Because I don't own a frame, a big frame. I only own Q snaps in this frame I'm on. Oh no, my phone's ringing. If we get disconnected, I'll start back up. Who's calling you? My spam people. Okay. Tracy said, I figure I would start looking at or at around my birthday or Christmas. And Born Again says, just got done weeding my garden. I'm gonna relax now and stitch on fun fair food and finish the row. Well, that sounds like fun. I always want something that would cover the painting fairy frames, but from someone had made. But oh, someone had made. Melon says, I'm looking for that person, but I think Finalizing Stitcher got it as a gift. Oh, okay. All right. Laura says, I have fun fair food too. How far have you gotten? How far are you, Born Again? I've been very good about not starting any new starts. Well, nothing's come up on my wheel though. But lately I've been kind of itching to start a new start. But we're not. I actually have one that I need to start that I had Rachel charted for me, but I haven't even started it. Tomorrow I'm gonna have another finish, not a full coverage finish, but a non-full coverage. So I'll show that on my Sunday update Sundays video. I'm kind of liking the process of spinning a focus piece, and I do 200 stitches a day because some of these smaller ones I think I'm going to finally get off my whip list. I gotta figure out where I'm at. Okay, I think I'm only on this 2 right here. Let me mark something here. Yep. When I take my eyes and look at the chat and then I go look at my where I'm at, I forget where I'm at. Orange stitches, Laura. I stitched 10 by 20 rows typewriter, and I'm finishing the second row. So I'm about 26,000 stitches so far. Oh, that's amazing. So born to stitch, do you only stitch on one cross stitch all the time? Like, or do you change up your projects? Do you only have one project or do you have multi? If if anyone has seen my wheel, that's a wheel of doom. Like, it's horrible. Mama. Hi. And popcorn. I'm not. Laura says, I keep forgetting to charge my tablet. So a lot of my stuff is put on hold. Warren Stitch says, I spin my wheel every 2 weeks, and in those 2 weeks, I get about 1 row across 10 by 20 blocks, block by block on that project, and then switch to another one and do that same. Okay. That doesn't sound too bad. Maybe, yeah. And how many projects do you have total? Do you know, Born to Stitch? I totally missed that whole. Let me redo that. Is anyone going to be starting any Halloween projects soon? I mean, I do my like today I was stitching I'm stitching a Christmas piece right now. Like it doesn't matter what. If it's summer or hot, whatever, I'll stitch whatever. Alright, I'm going to pin this one and then get another thread because it's kind of getting kind of low. I don't like to be too low on my threads. I don't like to play chicken. I'm going to finish this row up and then we're going to get a new piece of thread. So tonight I should get my other 300 in, which will be this. Because usually when it comes to block stitching, I seem to go a little bit faster, but when it is confetti or anything like that, I can't seem to go any fast. Oops. All right, I need another 2/8. I think I have another. Born to Stitch says I have about 25 whips total, but I'm working on about 10 in my rotation at the moment, so I don't get overwhelmed. Once I finish one, I'll pick up another whip that has been worked on. Awesome. And then Clara says no Halloween. Hi, Stitching Betty. She says I need about 2,500 stitches in this one and stitches. Then I'm going to start a new Halloween project. Ooh, which one are you starting? No Halloween for me either. Are you, Dawn? I actually have a couple Halloweens that I've already started a long time ago. So if the wheel spins it, I'm not starting on, and I don't think I'll start any new ones. If the wheel spins it, then I'll stitch them. Um, I have a couple that are Crochet a Go-Go. They're non-full coverage, and I love stitching on them, but they just don't come out very much. So hopefully my wheel will spin it. Well, hello, Dragon Lady. How are you tonight? Hi, Busy Mom. Hi, chat. How is everyone? I'm late as usual. Sorry. It's okay. How have you been, Dragon Lady? What are you stitching on tonight? It's been a little bit since I've seen ya or talked with ya. Yes. No. You probably put pickle stuff on it.
It's good.
My daughter's eating popcorn right now, and she has this seasoning that you know the seasoning you can buy. I don't know if anyone knows this, but you can buy seasoning from Walmart for your popcorn. And she has one that is pickle. It is not very yummy, but if you like pickle, you might want to give it a try. She loves it. It's very gross. I just want some butter popcorn. Born says, I have a haunted house by Donna Gussinger, but I don't know if I want to pull it out yet for Halloween. We'll see. I actually have that one, and I haven't even started it. I would have to get fabric to even start it. I actually have an artisty one that I just bought recently. It's this one with a skeleton. I don't know what the name of it is, but it has a skeleton on the porch. Maybe I should. Nope, I'm not ordering. Nope, I wasn't gonna order any fabric right now. He's just choking over his water. Our dog's okay. Just I shouldn't have probably said he's choking on his water. He likes to cough it up or something. I don't know what he does, but he drinks it too fast and then One sister says, I'm still in the sky, so still a bit boring, laughing out loud. That's probably why I haven't started, because I'm thinking to myself, I do the left-hand corner, I'd be in that sky forever. But I'm in sky in everything. Any of my projects. This one's not a sky, but look, I'm in background. There's no, there's nothing to see. One day, there will be something. I think that's why I like doing my non-full coverage too, because like I did work on a Halloween project on Monday. Yeah, I did. I worked on the sugar, what was it called? Or it's not sugar, it's called Spooky Spells. It's by Sugar Stitches on Etsy. But anyways, I worked on that Monday, and it's kind of nice because you get little motifs coming in. Like I worked on a candy corn and some candy on this project. You guys will see the update on Sunday when I do an update. But yeah. And I think that's why I like having that variety of my non-full coverage as well, because then I can see stuff coming through. Dragon Lady says, thanks for asking about me. Between the heat over 100 most days, oh yeah, and general life kicking my rear end, it's been a little hard. I've really needed your videos. Oh, thanks, Dragon Legging. I'm glad I can help you. Make you feel better. It has been very hot. So that's the other thing. So we went to that concert on Friday and Saturday, and like Saturday night was the worst because everyone is on top of you, and like literally, I think I came home, and I don't usually like say let me take a shower at night because most of the time when I take a shower at night, it wakes me up, so I don't really take showers at night. So then both 2 nights I was like, I have to get in the shower because I feel like a stink bomb and I feel sticky. It was just gross. It was very hot. It's kind of cooled down where I live a little bit. Today it's been kind of cool. But then we're supposed to get some storms here again. So I don't know. Where do you buy your grid fabric? I have a couple places. One is 123 Stitch, and they do it once you order it, you can request it to be larger or not cut, into two pieces or whatever. I have done that, and then they just come back and tell you what the price is more or if it's less. And then my other plate, I have two other Etsy shops. One is called, let me see if I can pull it up on my iPad real quick. If I don't have to sign into my iPad. Oh, I do. Darn it. I'm trying to think what the name, oops, wrong thing. I'm trying to think of what the names are. I have two Etsy shops that I actually buy from that are very close to me. I think one's in Indiana and another one is in Michigan or something. So I order from there, and then I have ordered mine from also Stitchery Express, but the last time I ordered from them, I had some issues, so I don't hardly ever order from them as much anymore. I do order from this one Etsy shop, but I wish I could think of the name right now. But I have requested a certain size, and she actually gave it to me. Now, it took a week or two, which was fine with me. I was okay with that, but yeah. If I can think of the name, I'll let you know here in a little bit. Cinching Betty says, "Oh yeah, I like that one. I think that's what I bought a haunted house a few years ago. You've really made some good progress. I'm stitching on the Enchanted Rose by Bella Femina, and I'm finally doing the beading. Always beading last. I think Arcee is also where I purchased Jack and Sally." I have a Jack and Sally, and that one hasn't come out yet lately. It was supposed to be for my daughter. Now she's kind of out of Nightmare Before Christmas. So who knows if she'll still like it if I ever get it done. I'm trying to think really hard what this Etsy shop is called. I Let me see if I can look it on my computer. Oh, there it is. So one of the Etsy shops is called Thread Wine. I think they're in. This is the one I really like to order from. Thread Wine, and they're in Indiana. So it doesn't take very long for it to get to my house. That's why I like ordering from her. She's very fast. I have requested a certain size, and she said at least 2 weeks, and I think within a week I got it. So it does take a little bit of time for a pre-order, like a certain size, but she gets it done. And then I have ordered from, let me see my other one. Oh, Dying for Cross Stitch is my other one. And they're in Missouri, I think. Yeah, so that's another one that's really close to me. So that's why I order from both of them, because it doesn't take very long. But if I don't order from them, I'll do 1, 2, 3 stitch too. And this is I'm actually stitching on 20 count. All of mine are most of my full coverage are 20 counts now. There's a couple that still are 14, but yeah. I'm thinking about if I start any new non-full coverage ones, I'm gonna go and purchase 20 counts, because I really enjoy 20 count, and I actually enjoy just the one strand and not two. I don't know, I think it looks so much better. I think my personal stitching looks better with one strand. All right, we got that number down. Let's see what's next. 209. It's going to be a purple night. Oh no, I didn't do that right. Born a Stitcher says, I love that company, Dying for Cross Stitch. I get all my fabric from them, and pretty quick too, living in Pennsylvania. Yeah, they're yeah. Both of the two Etsy shops that I mentioned are very fast. Yeah. And Dying for Cross Stitch actually, I believe, yeah, they serge their fabric. And they put their little name tag, a little tag on your fabric too, which is nice. I actually try my hardest to buy from someone on Etsy first before I do 1, 2, 3 stitch. Not, I mean, I enjoy ordering from 1, 2, 3 stitch. I mean, sometimes I do their patterns more than the fabric, but um, just because I'm a small business owner, and it's kind of nice to be able to support another small business. So when I can, I try my hardest to do Etsy. Doesn't always work out that way. And I used to spend a lot of money just on fabric from Amazon because it was cheaper, and then I have gotten rid of a lot of it. So I don't ever buy fabric from Amazon anymore, because every time I've gotten it, I don't like it's too hard for me. So I'd rather spend the extra money, I think, than waste my money now that I've done that. I actually have wasted my money on fabric from Amazon that I just given away. All right, That one is done. Next number is going to be 333. This is kind of a bluish purplish color. No, it's purple. Hi, Raju. How are you tonight? Are you stitching on anything? Clara says if you wash it, it gets very soft. They just starch it too much. I did wash them, and I still felt like they were still very hard. Um, and I even put soap on it one time. I don't know. I just don't really care for them as much. I mean, if that was the only place to buy it, I guess I will go to Amazon. But I do like my 20 count. And I think that's the other thing. Amazon doesn't really have a lot of 20 count gridded. I can never find it on Amazon. Or should I say I just got home from and at home I just got home an hour ago. And then Clara says you need to change the water about twice, and then the third time there's no more stickiness. Oh. Oh, so you're supposed to soak it? I always just threw them in the wash machine. Well, that might be an issue then. If I'm supposed to soak them. I just always threw them in the wash machine, and then I didn't put them in the dryer. I just put it in the wash machine. I should probably apologize for my nails. So I'm not getting my nails done anymore, and I don't know how to get this nail polish off. Well, I do know how to get it off. I just haven't gone to the store to get the stuff to remove it. So you have to have nail polish that has acetone in it, and I don't have any at home. So they're kind of looking crappy. Sorry, peeps. I enjoyed getting my nails done, but I realized it's actually expensive. I mean, when they do your nails and then they charge you an extra $15 just to paint them, no, I don't want to go anymore now. I didn't realize they charged for your nail polish too, on top of the service. It should all just be one price. All right, don't forget to hit that like button, guys. Actually, that helps my channel out as well. I would really appreciate it. Feel like I'm gonna be in this bubble forever. It's coming along. So I'm gonna try to just stick with this. I think I'm gonna stick with this page. I'm kind of been I said to myself, I'm gonna just go row by row. And then I was like, no, I'm getting bored with it because it's all the same. It's all the same. I'm doing sky or a border. I need some of these pieces to have something in it. So like when I pulled this one out today, I was like, do I want to go row the row by the row? And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try doing what I did on another project, and that was page by page. So I'm still working on the first page on this one. See, and I'm gonna get my 300 in tonight because this has all been block, like literally most of it's block stitching, the same color. So that means I'll get, well, I might do, it depends on, what time is it? It's only 8 o'clock. I might do another block over. I might do some more blocks over here after I get this done, if we still have time. All right, I'm going to end this thread after this row. It's getting kind of short. And I'll have to get some more of this. I think this is 3333 that we're stitching. All right, let's pin that. I have to get a drink. Thirsty. I am drinking water with some grape. Just some grape stuff that I put in that I get from Walmart. It's no sugar added or anything. think I did that row. I think I'm right here, yeah. Raju said it's from Singapore. What's from Singapore? Oh, I got from my trip. Okay. How was your trip? Are you still on your trip? No, you're not. Hello, Monique. How are you tonight? Oh, I just got back from my trip. That's what Raju is saying. Okay. And how was your trip? That sounds amazing. Monique, are you stitching tonight? This is coming along very nicely. All right, we're done with this color, so let's park it. And I think I'll go down this way. All right, this next color is one stitch, and it's 552. Another purple. Hmm. So far in the live, I've done, well, if I get all these boxes done, I did 100 before I started, so I got 100 at lunchtime in. So I think we'll, if I am almost done with this, I think we will stitch another block. No confetti makes me get more stitches in, I feel like. All right, and my next number is going to be 553. Trying to think what Thursday night we're going to be stitching on. I think it's Rooster Farm. Or is that tomorrow? I should look before I come on live. I think we're going to be stitching Rooster Farm by Donna Gussinger. So that'll be another one that won't have anything to look at. One day I'll have stuff for y'all to look at. After this one, we have one more color. And then we'll move my box over a little bit and we'll just do one more block, I think. We'll just start with one block because I don't want to. I like to end my nights with even numbers before I go to bed. It's quiet tonight. Everyone must be stitching away. Very focus on our stitching. All right, and then we're going to park this one. Maybe. We are actually going to pin it. Hi, Lona. How are you? Born Again Stitcher says, I'm stitching a hot dog, laughing out loud. That's probably fun. Like, Born Again Stitcher, like, yours probably has something coming out all the time. Because I have seen that one. It is a cute one. 791 is the next number. And I gotta get it off of the... And it's actually a blue. So I have all my threads on a bobbin. And what I do is I cut a certain length, and then I take that strand and cut this in half when I'm doing one strand, and then I put it on two needles. So one goes in my needle board and the other half goes on the needle that I'm going to be working with. It is one of a few that move along pretty quickly. Color changes happen quite often, I bet. Is it confetti heavy? Nona says I'm doing okay. Mom slept most of the morning, woke up, took some steps, decided to eat. I'm relieved. Think she's feeling better. Oh, that's good. So good, Lona. It's got to be rough. Thanks, Lona. She sent me some floating hearts of 10 jewels. Thank you. I appreciate it. So if you're new to the channel and you're just lurking, and if you're watching the replay and new, I have a video that I did on Sunday. It's my floss tube number. It's the number 80. That if you'd like to go watch it, I am doing a little giveaway for having 2,500 subscribers. There's two chances you could win. I have two prizes that I'm giving away. their gift card. So go check that out if you haven't yet. Um, Born to Stitch says confetti is not too bad, but then again, I enjoy confetti and it doesn't really slow me down. I actually like confetti too. I do like changing. I mean, this is not confetti whatsoever. So it's kind of nice sometimes, but then other times I kind of do want a little bit confetti because then this kind of stitching is nice to do on lives because then I'm not changing all the time, but sometimes the confetti is actually pretty nice. All right, so that's the end of this here. So we're just going to pin that one. And now what I'm going to do is we're going to go, I think I'm going to go hint, we can still see that block. I got to change, first got to fill in the color, and then I'm going to change my block on my Saga to only breed one. A 10 by 10 block. And then we're going to move it down here. And I'm going to blow it up so you can see it a little bit. Luna says, I watched that. Congratulations again on your 25. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate each and every one of you for watching and hanging out with me. Never. So I'm not a very, if you meet me in person, I'm kind of shy. Like, I'm not one to come up to you and start talking to you. Let's put it that way. So to reach 2,500 on my YouTube it amazes me that I did that so far. And it's still going up. So, and that's even amazing. So it would be kind of nice if I can, well, I should be able to get, I'm hoping to get to 3,000 by the end of the year. And I think I could do it. That's my next goal is 3,000. So if we reach 3,000 subscribers, then I'll do another giveaway. Oh, I didn't say what number this is. So I'm doing this other box, and I'm doing my park threads first. So this number is 791. So it's blue instead of purple. Can't believe I'm going to have 600 because I did 200 earlier this morning. And this was 300 that I just got completed. Well, I did 100 off live and 200 on live. So, yeah. Some nights my stitching count is good, and other nights it's like, I didn't get very many stitches. All right, so now I'm going to park that. And we're going to move on to my next color. Park thread is going to be 550. Hi, Amanda. How are you tonight? Are you stitching anything? Amanda says I'm charting tonight, not stitching. Okay. Amanda, do you have an Etsy shop? Have I asked that before? Are you charting your own charts to sell? Or something different? All right, this block is going to be messed up because I'm not lined up right. Or this thing is not right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. All this blue right here is in the wrong spot. We're just going to leave it. And we're just going to fudge. Because I'm sure it's a blue or purple. I'm going to put this where it's supposed to be. I'm going to put this here. All this blue is not right. I don't want to frog it. Would you frog it? Would you leave it? But did I park it? If I parked it, I might. Hold on. So it's gonna bug me. So now I have to look. I did park it. Okay. We're gonna take this purple out real quick. Because that means that these up here are wrong. A little frogging right now. I didn't have that park thread in the right spot. Now I got this one all tangled up. Okay. I gotta cut this because it's tangled and it's driving me nuts. So these purple ones, we'll just have to redo. So much for getting this 100 done. Okay, we're just gonna leave that there for a minute. And where did I finish this off? Here. Hopefully I can do this without tangling this up. So it's up too far by 1 row. Nothing like frogging on alive. Thank God it's not like a whole box. Oh, there I go again. I have to get another thread. It probably wouldn't have mattered, but it would have drove me nuts. So that's a big section of my, well, not a big section, but if it's 1 stitch, I usually just let it be. But if it's more than 1, and I can do it, I'm going to frog it. Okay, I got it, I think. Okay, so let's go back to this number. It's 791. Hi, Jojo. No, you haven't missed the entire session. I started at 7 Central Time. I've already done like 3 blocks. It's a lot of block stitching tonight. I just chart for myself. Sorry, had a kid thing. It's okay, Amanda. It is 5 or more stitches, I will frog it. But if it's just a couple and they blend or close to the right colors, I'll leave it. Yeah, I do too. I tend to frog most of the time. Clara says. Yeah. Well, I feel like I frog a lot more on on my lives than I do. 1, 2, 3. So I need to go here. This needs to go here. The other day I thought, oh, I have to frog all this because I did it wrong. And then I kept looking at it and kept looking at it. And I was like, no, you're in the right spot. So I really didn't need to frog it. And now that I look at this, but I didn't need to frog this one. It was up too high. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're going to get back on track. We should still be able to get this block done because it's a lot of same color. Where did you buy this chart? Clara is asking where I bought this chart. I bought it on Etsy, and I don't think the shop is there anymore. Or I don't think she sells this Disney one anymore. Just put in Disney Princess and cross stitch, or just do not Disney. Don't put Disney because it won't come up that way. Go on Etsy and just put Princess cross stitch chart and see what comes up. So that's why my thumbnail doesn't have my this particular cross stitch, because I couldn't get ChatGPT to make me one because of the picture. So I know if you look for like Disney things on Etsy, it won't say Disney actually. I feel like I got it from Zion. Is that even? I forget what that's the Etsy shop. Jojo says your work is very neat. I'm jealous. Just learning to do block stitching, but it suits my need for organization. So I prefer to do block stitching more than like I do most block stitching now. I've been doing 3 blocks at a time and then like doing a small cross country, but most of the time I do the block first. I tried doing cross country and I had a lot of mistakes. So I'm very particular about like um I don't like it when the colors aren't supposed to be in there. Zaina, yeah, Claire, I think that's it. I think that's where I got it. But I don't know if she has anymore because I thought she got rid of all her Disney ones, but I could be wrong. Okay, now we're going to go back to that one color we were doing, which was this one. And that's $5.50. Amanda says, maybe I'm not charting. My laptop is frozen. On to stitching. Well, that sounds even better. Just start stitching. So I have this Disney one, and then I have that Disney character one that I do. And I actually have another one that it's Mickey Mouse with it's sleeping with all the characters, but I haven't started that one. I don't know if I want to start another. I think 2 of them is enough. I thought these would be like, so I did this one thinking, oh, this one will be fun because I'll get, it'll have a lot of stuff coming out of it. No. You see I'm just in the background. Now my Disney character, I feel like once I get into it a little bit more, I mean, I've got the cat in it, so that's even awesome. But I guess eventually I'll get to a princess and then it'll be all the time. There'll be more stuff coming in. Just gotta get away from the top here. All right, and I'm going to park this, not the next, probably down below because I already have this parked up there in that next block, so. And then we're going to go on to the next park thread. But first I probably should fill it in. And this is 336. It's a blue. Yeah, so this block only has 8 colors. That's the other thing with Saga. So if you only do like a 10 by 10 block, you could see how many colors are on there. So if it was a confetti or like really bad confetti, you could see that how many threads are. And sometimes it can be a lot. All right, and this one is about done with. And I guess we'll park it in on the bottom. Right there. And then we're going to go to the next park thread, which is 820. Just getting all these blues in real quick. It's kind of simple stitch tonight. A lot of same color. And I kind of stitch like row by row. I go by the, I don't know, if I move around too much, I get lost. So kind of just go by the row and then go down to the next row if it has that color. I feel like I don't get as lost when I'm doing that way. Morgan says, that's okay. I see it like a painting. Add in the color so to me, it never really gets boring. I think the colors on your piece are beautiful. These are actually pretty colors. They are. Actually, I'd rather stitch like purples in that than black and white. I don't like to stitch white at all, actually. Not even on my non-full coverage. But I do stitch it, but I prefer not to. Alright, this thread is getting a little bit short. So I think I'm going to stop there and pin this. Or do I want to? Okay, maybe we'll go to the next row. And then we'll pin. And then we'll get another piece of thread of this color, which is 820. And I have to get some out. All the way in the back. Jojo says, I'm working on a Disney piece too. All black, red, gold, and shades of white. Which piece are you working on? My family bought it for me at Disney World. Not really loving it, but want to finish it. Oh. Is it a full coverage? Do you stitch only one piece at a time, Jojo? Puppy love, non-full coverage. Thank goodness. Do you only stitch non-full coverage, or do you stitch full coverage? All right, and now we're going to pin this one. Well, not pin it. I mean, not pin it. I'm going to park it. And we're going to get our last park thread, and then looks like I'll have 3 other colors to get. So this next color is going to be 823. I usually stitch one project at a time. However, I've been swaying to start 2 other pieces. Also working on memory quilt. Keeping busy for sure. Yeah. I switch a lot. I have a new project every day. Well, I am starting to do a focus piece. So I am a weekly focus piece that I do in the morning. And actually I'll have another finish tomorrow morning. So I'll probably spin my wheel to get another focus piece going. Maybe I can fully finish it before Sunday. I don't know if that'll happen, but the piece that it's going to be finished tomorrow is actually, it's just going to be another ornament. I think I'm going to make it into an ornament. Maybe I can have a little small tree this December for it with all my cross stitch on it. At one time, I was just a non-full coverage stitcher. And I was like, I'm going to stitch all the small little pieces and make a cross stitch tree. And make little ornaments with all my ones I stitch. And they're all going to be on black fabric. No, yeah. Now I'm like, no. They can be on they can be on any color fabric. Because the black is starting to hurt my eyes. But so we're going to finish this block and then it'll probably be, well, it's going to be past 9, but we'll just finish this block up because I don't like to have, I tried out my hardest to have even numbers, especially if I'm going to be putting, like this is going to be put away for the day. Like I'm done with this stitch and tomorrow I have different stitches to do. I'm trying to think what tomorrow is. See, I spin on Sunday and then I forget what I. It's either Rooster Farm. What was the other one that I spun? Or is it Traveling Library? I know I spun Traveling Library, but I don't remember what day that was for. Roger said it's Wednesday. Yeah. Tomorrow is Wednesday. What did I say it was? I can't believe I got 600 stitches in today. That's amazing. Some days I can do it, and some days I can't. That's probably about the highest I actually get in a day. Would be about 600, because by then I'm like, okay, I'm done. I don't think I could ever, I've never really stitched for 10 hours. Oh, no. No, I've never really stitched for 10 hours. In one sitting, I guess I should say. Like, this is starting to get a little boring because I'm not, nothing's coming out. It's just the same color. It's just a background. Okay, we're almost done with this color, and then we're gonna do 3 different colors, it looks like. Yep. And see, I don't know what this is supposed to be. So we're just gonna put, I missed something here. So we're just gonna put this blue here. No one will ever know. I think it was supposed to be that last blue that I did. It doesn't matter. All right. We're gonna pin this. And we are going to see what our next color is. It is going to be 915. And it's on my needleboard, which is awesome. It's a lighter, it's a more maroon color. And then we'll park this one because there's a place to park it. And we'll grab the next color and then the next color. So 3 more stitches and we will be done. Well, actually 2 after this one. This next one is 327. I'm getting lucky because they're all on my needleboard. This one's a purple color. Okay, let's pin this or park this one and run our last one. Our last color for the night is going to be 718. And it's like a pink color. It's like a pink, little pink color. But it's not going to show anything that's popping up. But I did get a lot of, I got some of that bubble done. That's awesome. Every stitch counts. All right, so that's the last color for that block. So let's perk it. Actually, I want to go up here. 1, 2, 3. Right there. So the next time I come, I'll do these 3 blocks. This is, I think, another row, and that's the page. This will be a page. So that's what I'm going to aim for. Dragon Lady says, I'm sure you said it, but my brain is fried. When will you have another live? So I'm doing lives now, Dragon Lady, on Mondays and Thursdays. And this Thursday, I think I'm going to start going at 6:30 Central Time to maybe 8:30. As long as I get dinner and that done in time. So Tuesdays and Thursdays, it'll be at 6:30 Central Time, and I'll always post a little blurbage thing on YouTube, however, that I set it up before I go live. So just make sure you're subscribed if you want to know when I'm going live. And again, thank you. Don't forget to go watch if you want to go participate in the giveaway, go watch my floss tube number 80. Yeah, floss tube number 80. Watch that whole thing and you can participate in the giveaway. So that's all I have for tonight. I gotta get up. I gotta go to bed because I'll be up. I don't sleep very well. That's why I go to bed a lot early. So I'm usually up at 3 in the morning, and then I'm tossing and turning for the next 2 hours. And I'm usually up by 5:15. The other morning I was up at 4, wide awake. Couldn't go back to bed. Wasn't feeling good, so my legs were bothering me. So by 9:30, I'm like ready to go to bed. And that's pretty early, I know, but it is. All right, so tonight I actually on live, so I did get 400 on this piece, but on live I did 300. I had 100 done at the beginning of it because I did 100 at lunchtime. So Dragon Lady says thanks. Busy Mom, good night. Everyone sleep well. Sleep well. Dragon Lady, thanks for hopping on. Clara says thank you and see you Thursday. See you Thursday. Amanda says good night. Joe just thanks for everyone on Thursday. Monique, night. All right, guys. Thank you. Have a good night, and we'll see you Thursday night. Thanks for hopping on, and see you later. Bye.